Hi everyone, today, we're going to take a look at the 5 best acoustic guitars under $1,500 on the market for this year. First, we're going to show you our 5 best picks, then we'll talk about what you should look for before buying a best acoustic guitars under $1,500. You can find timestamps and links to all the products we mention in this video down in the description below. Let's get started. New acoustic guitar time. Isn't it exciting? Part of the fun is doing the research to figure out which model of acoustic guitar is going to best serve your needs. Do you need nylon or steel strings? Do you need capability to plugging straight into a PA for gigs? Are you looking for a traditional acoustic or something with extra features? The good news is that $1,500, or less in some cases here, can get you a whole lot of guitar for your hard-earned cash. Number 1. PRS Paul Reed Smith SEA60E Acoustic Guitar. Most people know of Paul Reed Smith for his electric guitars, long championed by the likes of Santana, Tim Mahoney of 311, and now John Mayer. But PRS also makes phenomenal acoustic guitars. The SEA60E is the perfect example of just that, as it is a brilliant sounding guitar at an attainable price. Body/neck. The A stands for Angelus Cutaway, giving you some extra mileage on the higher frets with this guitar. This shape is carved out of a solid spruce top and some absolutely stunning Zeracoat on the back and sides. All of that is supported by PRS's Hybrid X/classical bracing, for great structure and classical guitar-esque resonance. True abalone purfling and curly maple binding make the guitar shine without looking too flashy. The neck is a wide fat shape made of mahogany, making this a great guitar for anyone who has bigger hands. This also lends to the deep resonance of the guitar. The fretboard and bridge are ebony with the classic bird fret markers made of abalone. Electronics/hardware. The PRS SEA60E comes with a Fishman GT1 pickup, with the controls discreetly hidden inside the sound hole. This is my favorite setup for acoustic pickups because on the outside the guitar still looks like a traditional acoustic. You can't go wrong with Fishman pickups either, so this guitar is ready to go gigging with you. It has PRS designed tuners and a bone saddle, ensuring great tuning stability and intonation. The guitar also comes with a PRS hard shell case, ensuring your investment will be protected for years to come. Sound. Shame on me for being surprised at how good this guitar sounds. The SEA60E offer a rich low end, due to the Zeracoat, combined with sweet, rolled-off high ends like you would find on vintage guitars. This is a very touch-sensitive guitar. It will project if you dig into it, but it can also be very delicate too. I attribute this to the X classical binding, which makes the top wood project like a classical guitar would. Final thoughts on the PRS Paul Reed Smith SEA60E. The PRS SEA60E lives up to the reputation of Paul Reed Smith. PRS was the original boutique guitar company, and it is clear that build quality hasn't changed. It is a masterfully crafted instrument at a price that is hard to believe. Overall, I think it is an extremely practical guitar with enough aesthetic appeal to inspire you on a daily basis. Number 2. Martin Series 000-15M Acoustic Guitar. All mahogany guitars have a character to them that is humble and oh so pleasing to listen to. First designed in the 1930s as an economical design during the Great Depression, the Martin 000-15M isn't a cheap guitar, but gives you a lot for your money. Body/neck. Mahogany. 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 Solid Honduran mahogany to be specific, finished with a very thin lacquer finish that allows ample protection of the wood without getting in the way of the guitar's tone. The bridge and fingerboard are rosewood with squares and diamonds fret markers that are subtle and elegant. Electronics/hardware. The Martin 000-15M hasn't changed much since the 1930s, therefore this guitar doesn't have any electronics on board. Personally, I find that to be calming. While there is a time and a place for pushing the envelope, it's nice to know that traditional acoustic guitars are still out there. The tuning gears are open gear, butterbean tuners that are of a high quality and reminiscent of vintage guitars. Tuning won't be an issue with this guitar. Sound. I just love the sound of all mahogany guitars. It is almost hard to put into words. This guitar sounds mellow and warm. The high end is tame but can still sustain for fingerpicking. Mahogany is great for recording as well, because the low end is manageable and there is a focus to the mid-range that makes it sit well in a mix. The 000-15M has an inviting sound that will have listeners leaning in just a little bit closer and with greater intent. Simply put, this guitar sounds lovely. Final thoughts on the Martin Series 000-15M. A Martin-built, all-mahogany guitar is my favorite acoustic guitar for strumming, and the 000-15M is an excellent example of that. It is a straightforward, simple design that is sure to yield endless inspiration. There are songs in this guitar. Number 3. Taylor 214 CE Deluxe Cutaway Acoustic Guitar. Taylor is seemingly only capable of making great guitars. The Taylor 214 CE Deluxe is certainly no exception. With high quality, solid wood options and a grand auditorium shape, the 214 CE Deluxe is a balance option for anyone who wants the flexibility of playing fingerstyle or flat picking. Body/neck. Whereas the original 214 CE had layered sapele/rosewood back and sides, the 214 CE Deluxe has the same Sitka spruce top, but with all layered rosewood back and sides. This is an ideal guitar for anyone who really seeks out the bass response that only rosewood can offer. It also makes the guitar cheaper and very durable. The neck is 3-piece mahogany. I think this is how the 214 CE Deluxe manages to be within the $1,500 price range. Using 3 pieces of mahogany allows for a greater yield than single piece necks do, therefore reducing the cost and passing the savings on to you, the player. This also makes the neck strong. While the body has a glass finish, the neck is finished with a satin finish for a smooth feel. The fingerboard and bridge are both ebony and the headstock has a satin finished rosewood headplate. Electronics/hardware. The 214 CE Deluxe includes Taylor's ES Expression system, making this a gig-ready guitar. Many of Taylor's guitars have this system, which I think sounds great. I also like that the tone controls are subtly located on the shoulder with only the 3 knobs: volume, bass, treble, making it user-friendly and non-distracting. Taylor uses closed chrome die-cast tuning gears. While I like the look of open gear tuners better, closed back gears ensure that they remain lubricated forever. The saddle is compensated, giving each string the ideal scale length for perfect intonation. Sound. The forward-shifted bracing pattern opens up the tone of the instrument. It can project if you need it to. To my ear, the 214 CE Deluxe offers a tight, high-definition tone with rich resonance. The grand auditorium body is a great middle ground for those who want to do some strumming in addition to fingerstyle playing. Final thoughts on the Taylor 214 CE Deluxe. The Taylor 214 CE Deluxe is a versatile and comfortable to play guitar. The sunburst finish is a handsome option if you opt for it, and it is sure to look, feel, and sound good on stage. It is a great option for someone who is finding their voice or who wants to cover a wide variety of styles. Number 4. Yamaha TransAcoustic LSTA Acoustic Guitar. The Yamaha TransAcoustic LSTA gives you a great sounding, feeling, and looking guitar, while also giving you reverb and chorus effects, without having to plug into a PA. Body/neck. The Yamaha TransAcoustic LSTA is built with a solid spruce top and solid rosewood back/sides. That topwood is then treated with Yamaha's RE technology to slightly age the wood and make it sound like it has been played for years. The neck is a 5-piece mahogany/rosewood combination with an ebony fingerboard. Electronics/hardware. The body and neck are solidly built, giving a sturdy and great sounding platform for the truly appealing part of this guitar, the actuator. The actuator is installed on the inner surface of the guitar's back. As the back vibrates in response to your playing, the vibrations transfer to the actuator and then projected outward. As a result, you have authentic reverb and chorus sounds coming from the inside of the body. These effects are then controlled by onboard controls, giving you the ability to dial in the exact tone that you want. The coolest part is that these effects don't require you to plug the guitar in. You could be sitting on your couch and dial in these effects on a whim for some extra inspiration and depth of sound. Sound. The guitar sounds solid on its own. Maybe not the most unique sound, but that's not what you're here for. What everyone wants to know is if the onboard effects sound good. I am here to report that they do. Though maybe not as good as some pedal effects, they are certainly pleasing and convincing enough to be used in writing sessions or in live applications. I was pretty blown away by the sound overall here. Final thoughts on the Yamaha TransAcoustic TSLA. The Yamaha TransAcoustic delivers a playing experience unlike any other. The convenience of having onboard effects without the need to plug in is a game changer. This is a great option for anyone who is tired of typical acoustic guitars. Number 5. Takamine AP3FCN Nylon Acoustic Guitar. If the Godin multi-act nylon string guitar was a bit much for you, then Takamine has you covered. This is a nylon string guitar for the classical players who want a classical guitar. With onboard pickups and a great build quality, the Takamine Pro Series is built with professional players in mind. Body/neck. The body is made up of a solid cedar top and sapele back/sides. For the price, I think Takamine could have used mahogany instead of sapele, but in all seriousness I am a huge fan of sapele. It sounds super close to mahogany, is durable, and sustainable. The bridge and fingerboard are rosewood and the nut is only 1 7/8, making it a pretty narrow neck for a classical guitar. It is also a hybrid in that it has 14 accessible frets and a cutaway to make reaching them easier. Electronics/hardware. The Takamine AP3FCN is wedding/gig ready with the highly acclaimed CT4B2 preamp system. It also includes a 3-band EQ for on-the-go tone shaping capability and a built-in tuner. It also has gold tuners with amber buttons, which I think look very classy. Sound. This guitar offers a classical guitar sound with a steel string feel. It may change the way you approach your fingerstyle playing. Fan bracing makes the top do all the work and it is able to project quite well. What was surprising to me was that while plugged in, the guitar sounded good with a pick. This is a great playing option for accompanying or rhythm playing, as well as defined lead/melody playing. I was especially impressed by the sound of the CT4B2 preamp system. It is very natural and transparent sounding, which I think most classical players will appreciate. Final thoughts on the Takamine AP3FCN Nylon Pro Series. Takamine has done a fine job of creating a classical, nylon string guitars with a professional musician in mind. It has hybrid design concepts that are bound to make playing easier, while not being so extreme to frighten off those who want a traditional-looking instrument. The preamp system is one of the most transparent I've heard, making this a guitar that lets the playing speak for itself.